Hello there, good afternoon. Let's just go to the comments for a second. Oh, sorry about that, just checking my audio. Okay, Florin's here. Hello, mate. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon yourself. The weekend, the volatility, indeed, absolutely. I was expecting Maff to be here, but he's obviously not for some reason. We did have quite a fun stream yesterday afternoon, actually, on his channel, Maftopia, talking about the works of Philip K. Dick and other strange things. And at this point in time, I'm just going to apologise for my my kind of how distracted I was yesterday when I was trying to do the stream on my own. It was I don't know. I had a lot on my mind. I had to do a lot of logistics, getting like me and my car to get it up MOT'd, get a new tire on it, and all this sort of thing. And it involved like going backwards and forwards across the town on my bike, putting my bike in the back of the car, cycling in the rain, and then trying to coordinate getting my daughter at the same time from various places. Anyway, so it was all a bit, I don't know, I was a bit distracted. However, what I did do, in fact, I was going to save this till Maths here. Maybe I'll just show you something else first of all. But a couple of things I noticed this morning. One, Revolut said we're now officially fully licensed bank in the UK. As a bank, we'll soon offer accounts protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, up to £120,000 per person on eligible deposits. Yeah, I mean, excuse my ignorance, but I actually thought they were a bank in the UK. But anyway, I don't particularly like them. But anyway, there is that. This kind of coincided with Swissborg. Also, at the same time, saying huge news, Borgers. Swissborg has officially secured MiCA authorization for crypto assets in Europe. To anchor our European operations, we sought approval from the French Autorité des Marchés Financiers, AMF, widely recognized as one of the most rigorous and demanding financial regulators in Europe. This approval marks a definitive milestone in our ongoing commitment to providing a secure, transparent, fully compliant wealth management platform for our community. That's really cool. That has seemed to have affected the price of the Borg token a little bit, so we can maybe take a look at that a bit later on. But yeah, meanwhile, I just thought I'd just do a little recap of what I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday, let me go to this chart. Okay, so oh, hi Nick, by the way. So yesterday I was drawing these kind of monthly like pivot levels on my chart. One was this one here, back from it was basically the monthly close from March 2024 to the April open of 2024. So it was that level there, which I think's been quite important. I think I heard Math just pop in. Hello, mate.
Hello. Hi. Sorry about that. Just
all right. Where have you been? Hope you got a note.
Out of breath, just running up the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I was just I was just talking about a few things really. One of the things was Swissborg now has this MiCA authorization in Europe, so that's very cool.
And, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's potentially pretty huge, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Swissborg. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like I was saying the other day, I do like how they do things properly. Sort of. Well, they do things properly and they actually get on with it. Which is
refreshing to see.
Well, yeah. Also, Revolut are now a bank in the UK. I always thought they were, but maybe I was mistaken. But anyway, there is that.
Yeah, that's weird. So, what about all the banking customers who were already in the UK? Did they realise they weren't customers of a bank?
I don't know. I mean, I know people who just regard it as a bank, and I mean, to be honest, I probably would have done if I hadn't have stopped using them because I don't like them. But Yeah, I mean, because people put money in banks because you get this FCA compensation thing, don't you? Isn't it 85 grand, not 120? I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, you still there? He's popped off. Is he gone? You muted yourself, or was it me? Oh, I can hear him. Hang on. Or was it me? Right, I can't hear him.
Oh, sorry. I muted while I was drinking the coffee, and I think I did unmute or attempted to, but I missed the button.
Oh, okay,
that's the state of mind I'm in at the moment. I've got to try and just calm down a bit. Calm down, man. So
right.
try and do that.
Just
okay. I'm there. I'm good.
Bosh some lion's mane or whatever you do. I'm sure you'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that made me quite hyper. I think probably not a great idea.
Yeah, 120 grand. I thought it was 85 or something was what your money's safe up to in UK banks. I don't know.
Is that right? I know somewhere in that region. I don't remember the exact number. I thought it was maybe somewhere probably between 85 and 120. So I don't know. Around there.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I was just sort of recapping on my completely distracted, like rubbish stream that I did yesterday. I should say it was rubbish. I mean, it was all right. It was just, but my I think my actual analysis of what was going on was actually all right, actually, because what I was doing, I was drawing these monthly sort of pivoty things here on the Bitcoin USD chart. So I had this one here from like the monthly open and close in March, April 2024. And then at the moment, I've just got these like highs of January and February from this year on. But obviously this one here was of importance yesterday. So if we sort of zoom in more to the hourly, so I think this is the one we've been struggling with for a while, isn't it? Sort of been trying to get above that kind of 71.4 sort of thing. We had this little kind of fake out there in when was that last week, wasn't it? About this time last week, actually. Did that, and we are above there now, which is great. Anyway, so that's one thing I was looking for. But what I was mostly doing yesterday was I had on Quadzilla, which is our indicator, which I think everyone is probably quite familiar with. And what we had here on the 1 hour time frame was this bullish retracement level here at pretty much what was that? Was that actually yesterday? No, I'm talking rubbish, aren't I? Sorry, this was the one I was talking about.
Sure.
Yeah, this one here. So where were we? So Thursday, 12th of March, that was yesterday, wasn't it? So yeah, so the stream was about midday. So we were in this kind of area here. And this retracement thing had just started to appear here. No, it hadn't. I'm talking absolute garbage, aren't I? I am, yeah. Sorry,
I lost track of it, to be honest. So
okay.
Start from the begining.
Well, I can't remember what it was, but I was looking on various time frames, and there seemed to be like loads of kind of like things pointing to the kind of 69 500-ish sort of area that it looked like the price probably going to come back to. So I was drawing various sort of like pictures and stuff there, and I thought, well, that's so near 69 420 that we may as well go for that, really. So I did actually, well, I didn't actually, in the stream I did actually set a couple of orders and things. One was using pretend money on 2bit, and the other one was using real money on Bitunix. The one on Bitunix, I kind of, I don't know, I sort of panicked a little bit because I had to go out and sort of do car stuff, you know. So so what I did, I kind of closed it. You know, it hadn't filled yet, so I closed it, and then I kind of I sort of manually entered a trade. So I did that. Well, I can actually show you actually for a change. So if I show you this tab, this is a Bitunix exchange. So basically, I was I was just kind of, you can see here I've been sort of going buy, sell, just been doing like trades, trying to just decide whether to get, whether to go for it or not. And eventually I did. I did add a little tiny bit to it this morning, actually, up here. That was about, what was that, 9 o'clock this morning. That was only like $20 or something, but mainly my entry was actually, well, it doesn't look so good now. It's like 72.25. So that was on there. But this is really good, actually, because I was showing this account yesterday, because this account yesterday had like $1,000 in it. And I said, I'll see what I can do. So now,
look at that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So now if I was to close that now, that would be $2,120. In fact, I'm almost tempted to just to say that, that would actually pay for Quadzilla for an entire year in one trade,
Quite, well, easily so. Yeah.
However, you don't even need to do that, because if you achieve a certain trading volume at the moment, if you sign up with Bitunix, if you can achieve a 1 million trading volume bonus, you're going to get Quadzilla free for a year, which is an incredible offer that no one, hardly, actually with one exception, has kind of tried to do. And just to show you how it just to show you how easy it is to do that, this account had $300 in it in January. I withdrew about 700 last week because I need to pay some bills. The levels up to, well, it was 1,000 yesterday. It's now 2,000. So it's been quite a good day so far today. And my trading volume, which you can tell if you go to Crypto, sorry, you go to your profile thing, go to the VIP thing, and then you can see your trading volume here. So my trading volume is now 1.476 million, so nearly 1.5 million. So, that's not doing massive trades at all. My biggest,
just kind of doing them regularly.
Yeah. And my biggest trade since January is probably this one, really, which is only using like $1,000 a margin. So
yeah. Kaz is just saying, definitely interested to hear how you increased your account from the 300 to several thousand. Yeah, that I'll be interested as well. That makes for quite a good video, actually.
Well, yeah, I suppose I could do that. Yeah, couldn't I? Just lots of trades, really, and not being
sort of just don't reveal that until the very end of the video. So the secret was, they just kind of did it.
Today for the Bitcoin price, and you must watch this video until the end. And,
yeah, exactly.
That's my
and then
crypto.
And then you buy your Lamborghini, and so on.
Yeah, I find it funny with Crypto Rover. He says, well, if Bitcoin goes down to 50K, I'll be selling some of my cars and some of my properties. The guy's only 22.
Me too. Yeah.
The guy's only 22 years old. It's like ridiculous. He might be 23. I don't know.
Yeah, got to respect him. He's
yeah. Do feel it anyway. What I've done, I've set a partial take profit here at 72,607, which was looking quite likely an hour or so ago. It's slumped down a bit, so I'll be interested to know what you think about that.
Sure.
But part of the reason for that was because I was thinking, well, okay, well, there must be a retracement coming up soon. So I resorted to my favorite, well, one of my favorite time frames, which is the 12-minute, and it's basically this level here. So 72,607. So that's my plan, is to take 25% off the table there. Assume at that point it will probably pull back a little bit, hopefully to there, and then I can maybe chuck that other bit back in. And then,
are you? What are you looking at? Is it on the?
Sorry, right.
Start again. Can everyone just like exit the hallway and just to the hallway and just walk back in again? Pretend we're just getting started.
Right. Okay. All right. So I got what's the last thing you saw? I can't remember.
Well, I don't know. I just suddenly realised you were talking about retracement levels, and I was thinking, because part of the thing, because the screen share I'm looking at in StreamYard is relatively small compared to the rest of the stuff. So I was thinking maybe I just can't see them on the screen.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty. Yeah, that helped.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, I
because it suddenly grew.
I just did that to see if I could unfreeze my camera because it froze.
For context, I'm talking about the chart that suddenly grew. Yeah. So,
okay.
So
right.
Retracement levels.
Right. So what I was talking about was this retracement level here on the 12-minute, which is there at 72.6 something. So that's why I was expecting. I was expecting to get to there. Maybe I'll take a little bit off the table, 25% off, and then we'll see if we retrace to this one here, maybe. And,
because that's kind of a significant level, isn't it? Was that a 12-minute?
Yeah,
that's that bearish retracement level. Yeah,
that one is. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at the moment. I did actually do I did have a little bit of money in my ByBit account as well, which this one looks better actually, but it's obviously a lot smaller. But this one had the better entry because that is the entry price for that is 69,660. So that's almost the 420, isn't it? So that's good. But anyway, that's obviously not that big, but percentage wise,
you'll achieve the meme yet, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so that one's doing all right. That's I mean, it's only $166, but there you go.
Oh, but hey, yeah,
that's all right. But that's only trading with what's my margin? $221. So yeah, not a lot of money in that one. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. How about you?
This and that. Yeah,
this and that.
Yeah, we could have a quick look actually. Should we go through the comments first, and then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Also, are we doing the Free Chippy Friday thing today? Is it? I don't know. Is it even worth it? To be honest, is there any change since last Friday?
There's a little pump. We only got the rewards this morning or last night from last week.
Okay, I didn't actually do that this last week,
which is a bit rubbish. But actually the amount we got was quite good. It was like 14,000 chippy. So previous weeks it's been.
Oh God, that means the price must be very low.
Well, that's what I assumed, and then I looked at it, and it was actually all right. Maybe it is worth a quick look. I don't know at some point. Sure. We'll see how we do for time. Anyway,
yeah. So Florin, the weekend, the volatility. It's going to be, isn't it? Order books are going to be that bit thinner, but the chaos doesn't stop. So we'll see. Is my volume coming through? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Especially the rumbling of your microphone.
Yeah, that's what it's fiddling with. So yeah, because I've got a slightly different arrangement of things, and I realised I was probably further away from the microphone than normal. Good afternoon, SWC. Hello. I guess I wasn't here at that point.
No, you weren't.
So otherwise, I would have felt very left out. Hi, Nick. Hey. And also, hi, Florin. So, is this a bull trap for Bitcoin? I guess we'll find out. It actually could be. There's a definite possibility there.
Yeah.
So, hey, Kaz, how you doing? And I think we covered that. I think that would be a interesting video, even if it is just like, well, I'll just kind of do it, really.
It is, to be honest. Actually, it's kind of like, I mean, if you do like a trade every few days and you make 10-20%, you can do that sort of increase quite easily, can't you? As long as you don't lose it all.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. So it's basically just, I suppose, be consistent as long as it's not consistently losing. Kind of be nice to your neighbours, except for the crazy guy next door. He's an absolute bloody nutter.
Oh, you still got? Is he still being strange?
Still there, being still a bit crazy. Yeah. I better not go into that. and yeah, generally enjoy life, trade well.
Yeah,
That's the secret of it. So,
yeah. The other thing is, I mean, what I've always been terrible at over the years were two things really: is over trading, which I still do. I just always feel like I need to be in a trade. You don't, but, be more like a lion sitting there waiting to pounce is probably the better way. Waiting for that opportune moment.
yeah, sure.
That's definitely the better way. And the other thing is,
yeah, okay, yeah, go on. Sorry.
and the other thing is I've always had this really bad habit of kind of like hanging on to losing trades, thinking they'll go my way eventually, and they generally don't. And
No.
I think really, as soon as you think, oh, I got that wrong, I definitely effed up there, that's the time to just take the loss before it gets worse.
How much do you plan out your trades? Like, so I guess, I mean, you set a stop loss, but I guess you presumably just find an entry and then think, now where would be a good place to put the stop loss initially?
I kind of, yeah. I mean, I do stare at the charts a lot, so I don't always have a stop loss, to be honest, actually. But if I'm going,
I mean, if you're there, then
yeah.
I mean, they definitely take the emotion out of it. So it's like if you're kind of like strictly saying, okay, this is trade number 3 of 10 in the current sequence or whatever, then you just take the loss and then just okay, I am robot, and then just go again.
Yeah. I mean, I do, if I'm going to sleep and I've got a trade open, then I will definitely have a stop loss there, and I'll probably just use use like a Quadzilla level, one of the retracement levels where you think, well, if it goes below that, then the trade is knackered, so it'll be time to get out. But more often than not, I'm in profit, so if I'm in profit, I'll put the stop loss pretty much at break even, or even slightly in profit. And that's the thing I used to be terrible at, because I used to quite merrily go to sleep with like a trade that would be like a few grand in profit, and I wouldn't set a stop loss because I was thinking, I'd be thinking like,
what's the worst that could happen?
yeah, and of course what happens is you wake up and like the thing's absolutely shit the bed in the Asian market, and you're like down 4 grand, and at that point life becomes horrible, and at that point you think, if I'd have put a stop loss even at break even, at least I'd have woken up with the same money as I had yesterday, or just take the profit and just do it again the next day. And that's the other thing as well, is like, I mean, even at the moment, like with this one here, I'm looking at this thinking like, I do normally have a thing in my head, like if I see a grand, I'll take it, and that's only $4 away from it. There you go, it's a grand now.
There you go. Take it.
So bloody tempted to. Anyway, I might see what you say first anyway. And,
sure. Okay.
But yeah, I would like to do that, take profit there at 72,607, but we'll see if we get there anyway. Hopefully we'll be able to join the stream. But yeah, so that idea of like, admitting when you're wrong, taking the loss, and then having enough capital to do a reasonable trade when the next opportunity is there, that's the way to do it, rather than, I mean, I know people who've just like blown their account over and over again, and they have to sort of like, use real money to sort of like buy crypto with and start all over again, really. And that's one thing I haven't done since about 2022. I haven't actually spent any money on crypto, and I haven't put like used real money to buy crypto. I've only used like, what I've earned from trading, and a little bit of commission as well. That's
at least it's you're not having to sort of regularly top up the account, because then you might sort of realize, there's something a bit wrong here.
Yeah.
I mean, if the account is growing rather than having to be replenished.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if you had a gambling habit, then what would happen is, you get paid on Friday, and then you go down to the casino and
Yeah,
you'd blow it all over the weekend, rather than paying your bills, wouldn't you? Sort of thing.
down to old William Hill there, I guess. And,
Yeah.
buy a packet of fags and your pint of lager, and you
yeah. Which is pretty much how my granddad used to exist, actually. And it was great. My granddad, Wilf the cobbler, he was great.
That's brilliant.
He was actually a cobbler, actually, but he did specialize in doing what you call it, orthopedic footwear, for like disabled kids and stuff. That was his main sort of thing.
Actually, where I grew up in Tenby, there was a cobbler there called Die the Boot.
Oh, okay.
So he's kind of a bit of a local celebrity in a way. I think just because of his name.
Yeah, I think my granddad was actually in the little town in Shropshire where he was from as well. But anyway, yeah, he used to have a bit of a gambling habit, and my mum used to hate it, and because like every bloody Saturday he's off on his bike into town, and he puts his bet on the horses. It's mainly the horses he'd bet on. He used to win occasionally. It was like good fun,
Yeah.
And then at one time he got an inner ear infection, and he couldn't balance properly, which meant he couldn't ride his bike. And my mum said, this is great. It means he can't go and can't go down the bookies and put his bet on,
Yeah.
We turned up next Saturday to see if he got a tricycle. I thought what a
determined.
What a superstar.
Yeah.
Good old Wilf the cobbler. Anyway, right.
Yeah,
I stand corrected.
saying
orthopedic shoes.
Yeah. Ozzy just saying, "G'day, folks, to the moon." Indeedy. Well, I hope so. Be nice. So we're all waiting for the crypto casino to pay out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It does feel like that sometimes. But yeah, it's like, I think sometimes the more that we kind of push back against the idea that the trading is basically betting, the more I kind of realize it basically is betting. it's betting, but with stop losses, in place.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and you plan the trades out and that sort of thing. But yeah, still.
Yeah. I mean, I did know a guy, and I knew a guy in Milton Keynes who used to bet on the horses all the time, but he was kind of mates with all the jockeys and horse people and stuff, and he did have insider knowledge, and he did know when certain horses were really on form and when they weren't.
Wow.
So he did have a bit of an edge, and he made a living out of it, and he had a nice big posh house it was only Milton Keynes, but like he did have a nice house and all that, and seemed to be fairly wealthy, so
was the house on one of the roundabouts there?
Whatever, yeah, I don't know. It was I think he lived in, I can't remember the name of it now. Anyway, but a bit near the station. Anyway, but yeah, you could, if you got an edge, then obviously that makes a difference, doesn't it? So I think that's what we're doing. We are gambling, but we have an edge, and the best edge is Quadzilla.
And we have a system, because gamblers don't have systems, do they? Well, they don't. They do. They have a, I can't possibly lose with my system,
Well, if you think about it, things where gamblers go wrong, right, they're all quite similar, aren't they? Because like what they do is they revenge gamble, don't they? If they have a big loss, they'll use the last of their money to try and win it all back.
It's a sunk cost fallacy, isn't it?
Which we know in trading is probably like the worst thing you can do. Is to have a big loss and then sort of try and win it back on the next trade. That never works. It's better just to go for a walk and leave it for a day and come back and with a fresh mind. And that's the better way to do it. A gambler would never do that, I don't think. Anyway,
so discipline is the difference. It's definitely possible to gamble while you're trading, for sure. Absolutely. But yeah. Sorry, go on.
I mean, I don't know. If I'd probably say if you're a gambler, probably do a bit of trading first, just to get yourself a bit more disciplined. Because a lot that we learn from trading probably could be applied to gambling, and you'd actually make a better gambler. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they are similar though. I must admit.
Yeah. So Ozzy just saying, I've been DCAing for quite some time, been buying the big dips. It's starting to pay off. I could well imagine, to be honest. Yeah. I guess keep some powder dry, because we're going to see some, like later in the year, I think, or later in the next couple of months, probably we're going to see some pretty big dips, I'd say. But definitely the way to go, I think, in this market. Lad Louis, are you Louis or Lewis? But welcome in any case. In either case, good morning.
I think this is the guy who did. Are you the guy I gave the ticket to for Swissborg? I think you are, aren't you? Because I think you were called like like Laddylicious or something like that. But anyway,
sure.
But if you are, I hope you had a good night. Anyway, shall we get on with some blah blah?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so of course that cheeky lizard that was just gyrating on the screen for our mutual whatever is of course Quadzilla, and Quadzilla is a premium indicator that you can get on TradingView, and you get it via savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We've already featured it a fair amount so far, and you'll see it in use again now, and just how effective it is. Just go get it. Honestly, it'll give you that trading edge that we've been talking about. So don't gamble, get Quadzilla. Actually, that works. Yeah, I quite like that. Mind you, that might be a bit insulting. People might see that and think, well, I don't gamble with my trading. But yeah, so we've been generally looking for the last month or so, I think, at this kind of slightly depressing downward pattern on here. So it's essentially that I'll cover this fairly quickly, because I know I've gone through this quite a few times. But actually,
can I just interrupt slightly?
Yeah, sure.
Is it because I keep looking at this and I keep sort of trying to see your numbers and stuff. Is it possible to publish that as an idea on TradingView?
Ooh, I could do. Although it might be just about to be invalidated.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, okay. So
you don't have to do it now, but like,
no.
I keep thinking I need to make my own, and I keep thinking, is it going to be invalidated soon? That'd be a waste of time.
Yeah, sure, basically. But then I did think that like several weeks back, but so far it's followed along. The thing, actually, I'll quickly recap it, but in a fairly zoomy, sped up sort of way, hopefully. So here on the weekly charts, then, from the all-time high that we saw, basically the bull cycle top, which is there, the cyan candle is basically a bearish candle. So from the open of that one, that was at what is it? Open of 123,426, and from that, from the weekly high open, really, down to the end of that particular impulsive move, it dropped 30%. Funny old thing, virtually exactly 30%. And then from there the price ranged for at least a couple of months, and overall during that particular phase, it gained 8% up to that candle close, that bullish candle close. Then after that, dropped another 30%. It's a funny old thing. And now we're in this kind of repeated sort of, I mean, so the fact that it did that and then that is itself quite startling in a way. But now we're in this similar, it's not the same, but very similar sort of accumulation phase here, in the same sort of range. The weekly price, well, the price currently has gone above 8%, but it did that sort of thing here with a fairly spiky candle wicks. So like really for any of these, you know, we may have thought, oh, great, you know, we've kind of broken out of that range now. We might see a move to the upside or whatever. But something I just realized about that was that the only bullish candle that broke above that 8% line was the last one, at which point obviously the price, the market capitulated and just headed on down for the next 30% drop. And so if that's a similar thing to what we're seeing here, in fact, to be fair, this time round, that was just about a bullish candle. Well, you know, yeah, just about a bullish candle, just a slightly lame bullish candle with a major rejection from the upside there. But this one, so how long we got until the end of the week? From the UK, it's 2 days, 12 hours until the weekend, the weekly end, and so we might see a similar kind of, that'll just turn into a wick above there, and then it kind of remains within that 8% range. You can see how already, like previously, that's already kind of validated itself a bit, that 8%, because it was acting as resistance when the price is kind of wicking up towards it. Like so. So if this next bit plays out, then you'd expect to see a wick there. I would expect there to be at least one more week of this accumulation if this pattern remains valid, and then, you know, we might see a drop off down. So, you know, could well still see continued prices above, where is that, 70,900 at the top of that range, but did it head up a bit more then? Anyway, so yeah, at that point, because of course this kind of wicked above and then into the following week, I think there was probably a whole bunch of like jumping around within that. So you know, before it really kind of just strongly headed down. But if it switched to the 2-day, you can just get a bit more of a zoomed in look at that, really. Definite difference between that, because that was doing all of this kind of ranging. There was kind of a fair value level just going through like 50% halfway between that, the low and the high of the range on this one. And you could kind of see it like, oh, here it's up in the more of the, you know, the sort of I guess premium kind of level, then down here in the sort of discount level, threatening to break down, recovered, blah blah, you know, and so on. This one is doing that a bit differently, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, that was like a sideways. I was going to say sideways S shape, but it's not really. It's a pretty badly drawn S, if that was. But it's wavy, isn't it? Whereas this one it just isn't so much. But again, there's a definite 50% level there, fair value. So far, it's spent the first half of this accumulation in the lower half. Since then, it has kind of broken up fairly consistently into the upper half. So what happens next? I don't know. We'll have to see. I think the close of this week is going to be really telling about this if this pattern remains valid or if it's just suddenly invalidated. So there is that. Obviously, yeah, and then at whatever point. So if we don't see, I mean, okay, sorry, formulate my thoughts a little bit. So, sorry. There's obviously this kind of market structure that we're seeing where it's kind of done this sort of thing, isn't it? It might do that to just come back up and complete. Ooh, missed. Try that again. To complete that sort of structure just there, that kind of thing. Whereas, so that's one possibility. It just does that, completes that, and then comes down. That, I mean, that's 95, 96. Unlikely. I think very unlikely that it does that. Similarly, there's that level there. It might do that one instead. So that's more at kind of 80, 88-ish. Sort of, at a stretch 87, but so given it totally fails to do that for for that one there, that I think there's no particular reason at the moment why it should kind of complete that, except for symmetry and the fact that there's probably open liquidity just lurking here, and some kind of eager, probably quite high value shorts, highly leveraged shorts would be there waiting to be forced closed should the price work its way back up to there, or either to that level or to that level. So, but these, because we're on the 2-day, those are high percentage moves if that happens, like 30% move essentially. So what's probably more likely is that it'll just kind of continue to do that, maybe however it works out for another week or 2 or 3, and at some point, whether it's sudden and takes everyone by surprise or takes a bit longer, we'll see a similar thing to here, I think, where there is a bit of a fake out to the upside. Maybe that's what's happening right now, I don't know. And then this kind of similar drop, in which case, so it might not take as long as all the way to out here. Well, there's only into April, isn't it? Start of April. So what was that range? That started end of November. I mean, it could, so it's end of November into start of January. A couple of months, really, isn't it? I can actually measure it. Should do that. Let's get scientific about this. If I can hit the right button. Let's try that. So that was 51 days. Okay. Yeah. Well, so not quite 2 months. So far, this one, it depends where you measure from with this, but say if you measure, well, here, let's see. So this one's been ranging for so far 34 days. So still some way off. If it was 51 days, it'd be out to kind of there. See, I mean, it's the ranging has been a bit boring in a way, hasn't it? Because this like accumulation ranging generally is like, come on, Bitcoin, do something startling and just break out massively to the upside or to the downside, but do something. So normally that makes for a very boring market, but this time I think maybe people haven't noticed that it's supposed to be boring, because we're all on tenterhooks, just like maybe a little bit tense, thinking, just waiting for something to happen, and at the moment it's like each kind of 0.1% move is met with great interest and excitement. And it's just that sort of weird liminal space in the market at the moment, just where it's in between two kind of big things, price moves or whatever. So yeah, obviously long term. I was going to say long term bearish for this, but only in the sense that, you know, for probably a large part of this year, it's going to be number go down generally, the overall trend. But shorter term, are we bullish or bearish? It's we're not really going to know until it breaks out of this range. So I know there's been like maybe squish that up a bit. Oh, actually, no. I'll go to a different chart for this, just with marginally less scribbling on it. So yeah, if we look at it more like that, so this pattern here is kind of like that, and then bear flag, like continuation pattern, and then I drew that a bit too exuberantly. Sorry, bear flag, and then kind of down, big drop down. It's kind of doing that again, isn't it? So you'd very much expect another big drop down from that. So, you know, from that point of view, the probability is pretty high that we're going to kind of see that. I could bring in, sorry, just excuse me, looming towards the camera. Just realised. So that one, yeah. So this is the 200-day MA, which we're still waiting for that that big relief rally that we're supposed to be getting at some point, and it obviously hasn't really kind of happened just yet. So if it happens at all, we look at this like historical data and think, well, that happened every time, you know, in every previous cycle. So that therefore we're entitled for it to happen this time. And then, well, I don't know about everyone else, but I'll probably be throwing a mad tantrum because this time it didn't happen and it was supposed to. But that said, there are so many other aspects of the 4-year cycle that just play out like clockwork, even when it's like, oh, this time it's different, something or other is different, and then it just plays out, you know, just same old routine every 4 years in effect. Just the levels are different each time, and you know, some aspects of it are different, like in the if you zoom into the details. So that price, and I've covered this a fair amount in previous live streams, but just very quickly. So yeah, so basically, if you're wondering like what the hell was I talking about just then, I just realized I may have been a bit cryptic, but every 4-year cycle, after the high, the final high, the cycle high, and we're kind of entering into the bear market, we've generally seen at least a relief rally at some point that goes up to the 200-day MA, and then kind of drops away down into crypto winter, oblivion, whatever. So far we haven't seen that this time around. Although it kind of, was it a 200 week? Come to think of it,
yeah, 200 week, isn't it?
Is it 200 week? Okay, so I was talking total bollocks then. Apologies. Let's change that to the 200 week, because I suddenly thought, yeah, we did. We just met it just there. Let's do that. No, the 200 week is a low. It is a 200 day, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Actually.
Sorry, it's me talking bollocks. Sorry.
So yeah, the 200 week is kind of like it doesn't mark the absolute bottom of the bear market or anything like that, but generally it is a significant marker that we kind of come down to it, and it tends to mark out that we're at least in the vicinity of the low. But I do think this is going to drop a lot lower in the yet in this bear market. I'll come to that in a sec. But if I switch this back to the daily, and that is the one. I think it's just that we kind of had already, well, I suppose we dropped through it, didn't we? The 200 day. but we just haven't seen kind of like that rally coming back to it. I don't think that would count just there, because that was during the general downside move. So unless just that was a relief rally just there, which would be really lame, like there's a bit of a sleight of hand thing going on there, if it is. So instead, so it's currently at 93.5, and of course that's because the price is down here, that's going to keep on dropping out if it's following its current trajectory. It's just going to be doing that. If the price continued that and just carried on up to meet it, it's kind of going to be there, isn't it? Pretty much, which is 80k, let's say, at the moment. But if it fails to do that and just kind of does this instead, then that's just going to keep on doing that. And this might drop down to, I think on on this chart on the weekly, that was kind of at so that would kind of maybe bring it down to like 50k, maybe. So that 30% drop would just bring it down to 50k, assuming that played out. So back on this one, back on the daily, I just actually I wrong squished my chart. No, just 1 second. It was kind of looking like that, wasn't it? Pretty much. So so if that brought us down to 50k, sort of there, then and it might well be like that. It might well be steeper. It depends, because I mean that might range for a bit longer, and then that. Well, those are virtually that vertical, aren't they? So anyway, comes down to here, and another just big impulsive 30% move to the downside, just for the sake of argument. Not saying that will happen. It's just it looks very consistent with those. So it's down to there, and then kind of it would be amazing if it did another step up move like that, wouldn't it? But if that's coming down, it could be that. In which case, our slightly lame relief rally to the upside would be meeting this at probably around about 60k, maybe between 60 and 70, something like that. Because these are very kind of unscientifically scribbles that are drawn in. So yeah, there's that anyway. So all sorts of possibilities, really. So what I did want to do was quickly bring in this for a second. I know we looked at Quadzilla. I enlisted actually, which AI was it? One of them, to basically draw this infographic as Gemini. I remember now, because it leaves its annoying watermark in the corner. So a bit of a giveaway. So on this, this infographic, if I can just decipher it, really. Yeah, because I was interested in potentially where the I suppose when the bear market low would be this time round, and also just kind of what price it might be. So, but based on like previous percentage drawdowns, so like cycle 1, 2015. No, what is it? So what 20? Is that meant to be 2013? Cycle 1 is 20. Was it? Yeah, 2013. Sorry, to 2015 was 14 months. That was the longest of the cycles, really. Drawdown from there, from the cycle high down to the next cycle low, was 86%. Cycle 2, 2017 to 2018, 12 months drawdown, 84%. So slightly less of a drawdown. Cycle 3, 21 to 2022, also 12 months and 77% drawdown. So each time the drawdown has been slightly less. Mm-hmm. So if we kind of projected that So 12-month duration, assuming it would just be 12 months again from the October 2025 cycle high. If there's like a smoothed diminishing drawdown thing, then, you know, because that's kind of a trend in its own right, then might be 72% drawdown this time, which would bring the price down to $35,000. And the quite likely, I think, cycle low date would be October. It might be September, October. There are those, like we were talking about Crypto Rover earlier. I think he's kind of going for the shortened cycle theory, that there's so much that's different this time, sort of institutional involvement, ETFs, and so on, that we could well be in a shortened cycle, and it might. I think recently he said it might be more like I forgot when he said, June. He was saying when we might see the cycle low, which would be nice. You know, just go with the voice that's saying the thing that you most want to believe. You know, choose that reality and live in it. You know, so yeah. But looking at this, just based on previous cycles, where it's all generally been very consistent each time. I mean, that first one, 14, 12, 12. I mean, sure, that if that was a diminishing trend, then 14, 12, 12, this next one might be 11. You know, depends how you calculate it, really. But even then, it's going to be like, what, September, I suppose, rather than October. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting anyway. So, and data is illustrative, not financial advice, worth noting. Gemini added that itself, and it's true. So, yeah, that was that. Oh, by the way, if you're, I suppose, whichever platform you're watching on, do hit like and add a comment, and if you're on X, well, welcome. And if I don't know if there's a way to like on the X live stream, I'm not sure, but do retweet if you don't mind. That'd be pretty awesome. And do leave a comment as well. And obviously, if you're on YouTube, just like away. That'd be great.
Please.
Yeah.
And sorry, I was just thinking, because we were talking yesterday about, but we weren't sure if the comments were getting through from X.
Yeah.
But they are, because that's where Aussie is.
Yeah, I did notice that because I, as we were saying before, I dropped in briefly in X, in X, just to yeah, I dropped some eggs. So let's not go there. So just to essentially say hi in the comments. But yeah, so yeah, the other comments were getting through from X, because I was noticed on there, and actually, who did you say was commenting on there? Was that Aussie?
Yeah.
In fact, it was Aussie. So I think Aussie said hi to me on X, because I just commented. So,
okay.
But his comments got through into StreamYard, whereas mine didn't. It was really weird. So, but hey ho. So
it's probably because you banned me or blocked me or something.
Probably, yeah.
So I've had enough of him.
Just what a way to find out, eh?
Yeah. And you've done it in public as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was it. So what else should we look at while we're here?
I suppose. Oh, go on! It is Friday.
Perfect lunch. By the seaside, with girls in a flock. We savor the moment, our chippy watch.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Oh yeah, miles away.
Actually, I must admit, I'm not fancying fish and chips today. Actually, yeah. Although,
yeah, I don't know. I haven't had it for a while. So, we're on the 1 minute last time. Gosh. Okay. Gosh, chippy soul on the 1 minute. Not doing much. So I suppose it wouldn't. I mean, that's is that on radium? I think that particular chart. Yeah, radium's still on it. Yeah. Having said that, it's there is a level that it's kind of working its way down to, just microscopically, slowly, I guess. Let's shift that to the daily and reset a bit. This chart, my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So probably worth mentioning, actually, anyone who currently doesn't have Quadzilla, it does give you some quite startling sort of levels, like this retracement level, which it started to draw all the way back here. That was 10th of July of last year, and the price had kind of done that. Oh, and that one as well. Gosh, the step 3 of that is just boink, touched. But this one, prices up here. We were kind of looking at that back then and saying like, oh yeah, that's of course we'll never see this price again, despite what Quadzilla is saying. And okay, no, nearly touched it there, kind of bounced away to Spurv, and there. So I've drawn that continuation line back in there because, as tends to happen, these levels do remain like very relevant, and it's just remained as kind of support just bouncing off that level all the way along here, up again, back down to that level, and so on, as predicted again by that retracing level too. So,
yeah, that was really good, wasn't it? Because like when it came down the first time, didn't quite get there. We were going, well, it's near enough, isn't it? And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. It didn't actually do it. And then, of course, like a couple of weeks later, boom, there it is, done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I see that quite a lot. I'm thinking like, oh no, is Quadzilla broken? And then you wait a week or something, and it's all right. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Rather the price does exactly what Quadzilla thinks it is going to do. I do find it an absolute remarkable indicator. It is just the best indicator on the planet, by the way.
Genuinely, I think so sometimes I think people don't quite believe it in a way. It's like it's too good to be true, especially when you open at the stats and it's showing like consistent success rates that are above 90% on most charts and timeframes and so on. But it does what it does. It's this kind of, it's basically it's picking up on divergence between the price trends up here and the momentum that it charts down here. It's a quad momentum oscillator done there.
Don't give away all the secrets.
No, I mean that's kind of well known, I think, among those who know, at least. So yeah. But yeah, but essentially because it's picking up on that divergence, as I say, so it picks out levels that that other charts fail to see. I'm trying to come up with marketing slogans, I suppose, but because you can generally look at things like picking out liquidity or fair value gaps and order blocks, that sort of thing, and that's great because they are very much they kind of mark out specific areas of liquidity where there are open orders and so on that are just waiting to be kind of force closed and so on. Whereas on this, it's much more about the tension between these different kind of like market forces where the price is trying to pull back towards, or pull back down, I suppose, towards where there's liquidity, or kind of like pull or push whatever up towards where there's also liquidity, like probably there or something. But in between among all of that, there's also the momentum that's going on. So when you get that divergence happening at a specific level, it does mark out that, and it tends to be not at those areas of precise liquidity, but it does mark out areas where the price just wants to come back to, and you get this kind of cancelling out effect when the price gets there, and hence the price tends to go to there, more precisely, more consistently than to a particular level of liquidity like that, and then especially when you bring in the retracement channels, then that also marks out kind of the 50% levels. I'll just switch on very briefly just to show that. Retracement channels, bring that in. Yeah, this sort of thing. So draws in here that 50% level, kind of a fair value level, where the price is clearly up in this kind of more premium bullish sort of level, but then just failed to remain up there in that 50% level, straddled the 50% line a bit there, and then just failed, dropped down. Now it's clearly down within here, and then that, if you did a continuation of that 50% level, it's kind of marked out on this one anyway, because that's between that level and that level. The price kind of comes up, tries to get back up there, wants to, because there's liquidity up here to be had, yum yum yum, but fails, blip back down. So that then also gives you a bit of a read into the market. I mean, that one as well, actually, that 50%, you can kind of see where it's just sort of there, the price kind of ranged a little bit there at that level, and then kind of made it. That time it succeeded in getting up above into here, which suggests there's going to be strong continuation to the upside. And sure enough, especially as it broke above this level, confirmation of that, off it goes. But this one was drawing it step 3, saying, oh, by the way, kind of what goes up must come down. It's going to return to here, and will probably drop further. And because that's why this is a bearish level for its step 3, where it's saying, it's going to come back to here, but expect further downside. And that's exactly what happened. It kind of bounced using that support, failed, came back down below that level and dropped. There's all sorts of things like that just give you such reads on the chart that you just don't generally kind of get otherwise. Do we have the what happened to the banner? Sorry for Quadzilla. There we go. So crypto.org/BitGet. If you want to get it and just just use it, trade with it, invest with it, whatever. Not advice, not financial advice, but just we were talking about Chippy, weren't we? Well, I suppose all that was in the context of Chippy, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what there is to say about it, really.
It's doing what it's doing, isn't it? It's sticking to that level. It's been drawn out, and will probably continue to do so for a little while yet. So we'll see. Essentially, yeah. Obviously, I drew this in before that it needs to get above that level, another retracement level there. It needs to break above it and then survive it, because once it's gone above, this level would turn into a step 3, which is where it's expecting the price to come back down and drop below. So if it does that, then it's working as expected. So the probability is there. But if it just kind of comes back down, or even fails to get back down to it, that in itself then tells you that there's actually more strength in the market now than when that started drawing. So good things, so you can then expect quite significant upside on the price. So just worth keeping in mind, that sort of thing. But it's got to get up there first, and just given the current state of the market overall, the bear market, that's probably going to be unlikely for a little while, I think. Not until, when was it? Sort of October, isn't it? That this is kind of predicting at the moment. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
That's trippy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just for information, that partial take profit that I set, that did take it.
Oh, do you want to screen share? See that?
Oh, I can do if you want. Yeah, hang on a sec. Which
Sure.
Bitunix, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. That's not a lot to show really, but I can do it anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that level there, so that's cool. So that's now using a margin of 866. So I've taken 25% off. So that was $254. That's all right. So
yeah, nice.
So I've just what did I do? I went to order history, I think, and I just got that sharey thing, and I put that on the I put that in the winning trades in the Discord. You can join the Discord for free, by the way. If you want to do that, just go to savewith.crypto.org/discord, and we do share our wins in there, and some of them are quite remarkable. But that's good, isn't it? That's sort of like doubling your money, isn't it? 100%.
That's lovely. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's cool. Right, so it means I've got some cash now to do something with. So I kind of didn't need to decide what to do with that.
You buy trippy coins?
No. Well, actually, to be honest, actually, if you could trade it on an actual proper exchange where you could, even spot or something, I'd probably do that. I'd probably like trade it backwards and forwards a little bit because it, is sort of ranging, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. That was being talked about for a bit, wasn't it? That's an exchange listing for Trippy.
I think it was going to be Swissborg. The reason being is that with Swissborg, I think you need a market cap of, I think it was 20 million before they'll consider it. But I think because Jordan's mates with Alex Faisal, I think he said, "Oh, you can do it when it's at 5 million or something," But at the moment it's less than 1 million. So
okay.
So I think it needs to get a bit more popular. Then it'll be on Swissborg, and then at least in the next month or so, we'll actually have like limit orders on there and stuff. So you could, feasibly do a bit of trading with it there. You could do it now on Jupiter Dex. You could actually do it with like limit orders. You can even do like leverage, but I never tried it on like a decentralized exchange. So it is possible even now, but
not that many people do it. You need the liquidity, the order volume, and so on.
Yeah, you do, and also it's a bit weird on a DeFi exchange because what you do is you actually have to pay a fee to actually set the trade up. So it's not like being on a centralized exchange where you can change your mind and move your position around and stuff like that. You have to kind of make a decision and stick to it. Otherwise, you keep paying the fee over and over again. It's not big, but it's gobbles a little bit of Solana every time you do it. So me with this with that Bitcoin trade, I mean, my temptation normally is I kind of get a bit trigger happy. I kind of I'll think, well, okay, well I'm in profit already. I'll just add it back into the trade now, and of course by doing that it brings up your entry level, and makes the trade not so sexy anymore. So I think what I'd be looking for is a bit of Bart Simpsoning or something like that. So I'd be looking over on the chart. I don't know. Is that level? I don't know. It depends. It depends if I think it's going to go up further. I think it will probably stall at around 74 myself, but we'll see anyway. But so for the moment, I'm probably just going to sit on that cash and then just regard that as at least I've got that locked in. That's all I was going to say really. But just to say that I did take that. So it's quite nice now to see the trade with that in profit and that realized. So that's good. Do use Bitunix, by the way, because if you use Bitunix, use our link, savewithcrypto.org/Bitunix, or use the QR code that's in the corner now. If you put $100 worth of stuff in there, DM me your UID, which you can get by just going there. DM me your UID on Discord, and I'll upgrade you to VIP 5 for a month. If you put $1,000 worth of anything in there, DM me your UID, and I'll upgrade you to VIP 7, which is brilliant. VIP 7, you pay bugger all in fees and stuff, and you can see here that it actually tells you what it saved you. You know, so this one here, it says VIP 7. I've saved 305 USDT this month. Total savings 1,440 USDT. And you get these like mystery boxes every Monday as well, where sometimes you get money. At the moment, I've just got like $100 fees voucher, so I'm actually not paying any fees at all at the moment. So that's cool.
Mm. Wow.
So yeah,
that's actually nice because especially if you fancy a bit of scalping, the no fees thing.
Yeah.
For that, it's pretty great. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And as I say, if you can get your trading volume over $1 million, which is super easy to do, until the 27th of March, when this campaign's going on, so better get your skates on.
Yeah, if you're going to achieve that, that might be a bit tricky actually. If unless you go a bit mad. Oh wow, Bitcoin's going quite mental actually. Hang on a sec. Let me just go back to the chart. But yeah, if you can achieve $1 million, then you'll get Quadzilla for a year for free, which is incredible. Yeah. Then there are other prizes as well. You get from Bitunix as well, which is like they go from like sort of $10 up to 8,000 that you can get for free.
Wasn't there also a thing whereby you can also get Quadzilla for a month?
Yes. Hang on, let me just.
What was the arrangement?
Right. I know. The problem is we did everything at the same time, and it just to make everything super sexy, and then I kind of forgot what I was doing. Right, and then no, it's here. If you go to this page here, I'll put this in the. I'll put this link in the chat now.
Who's that guy?
He's just a random AI geezer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, so that's the link in the chat now. That takes you to this page here on our site. It's a little video explaining it there. Right, so basically what the deal is, right, is if you sign up for Bitunix using that link there, you subscribe to the channel, have a balance of greater than $1,000 in your account, and trade at least once, and then go over to Discord here, or send me your Bitunix UID, and then what we'll do, we'll give you free Quadzilla access until March the 27th. That sounds a bit mean now, so if you're nice to us, maybe we'll make it a month.
Basically just put a comment in the Discord, I think. And just be chatty. Post a chart or two. Nothing specific, just kind of
that is being nice. Okay, and then we'll probably give you. I tell you what, until the end of this campaign, March 27th, we'll give you like a month of Quadzilla, so you can try it out. So that's cool. And you get free and full Discord access. We'll actually probably just do that, leave you there forever as long as you're not a pain. And then, as I say, we'll also give you Bitunix VIP 7 status for 1 month. Okay. In addition to that, you get all these bonuses from Bitunix. So trade 125k volume, which is nothing, super easy to do. You get $15, and that goes up to the $1 million that I was talking about, where you get $100 for free. So I should qualify for this now, shouldn't I? Because I'm up to $1.5 million. And I get 12 months of Quadzilla for free as well. Beyond that, if you can do 5 million, I think to do 5 million, you probably need to have a balance of, I don't know, probably like 3,000 or 4,000 maybe. I reckon you could achieve 5 million. In that case, you get $500 for free. 30 million, I think you'd have to have quite a large balance, like 10 grand or something, to do that. You'd be able to get like a Apple Watch, whatever, and then big ones. You can get an iPhone 17. What you don't want to do is to achieve a trading volume of 150 million, because you'll have to go to Dubai then.
Yeah, you'll be legally required to.
You'll you'll be wondering why everyone's trying to go. And you'd be wondering why everyone's trying to go the other way. But no, seriously.
Yeah, the flight's probably a bit cheap there at the moment. But,
it's probably a good time to go, actually, money-wise.
I think we talk about maybe changing that to Thailand, weren't we? Not sure if that came.
The only thing is on the actual. If you actually go to the link on the Bitunix thing, because I was trying to get Alex, the affiliate guy, to change this, but at the moment it still says Dubai. So
Okay.
So I don't want
needs a poke. Doesn't need us to.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything else until he changes that. You see, but
so it'll be Dubai or some place TBD, I guess.
In actual fact, you can. It's just an $8,000 prize. So it's not a prize; it's a reward. You do get it.
Yeah.
But there you go. Anyway, so that was a bit of a distraction, wasn't it? Right.
That's pretty great. I mean, I was going to say that if the number of different kind of giveaways and rewards and things is a tad overwhelming at the moment, it's like it is easy to forget what's available, because there's such a lot of it at the moment. It's mad. Just kind of, so it's worth just heading to just the Discord. Join the Discord for free. savewith.crypto.org/Discord. That'll get you in. And there's an offers and links channel on there, which has all this stuff I think it's generally up to date, isn't it? And if it isn't, we ought to update it. So yeah, just go and check that out basically, and it's got this stuff in there. And cool. We might be pretty much wrapping up. There's lots of noise outside because some people next door have turned up to take down their scaffolding at the front.
Oh, nice.
Which is, I'm quite relieved. It's been out there for ages. It's bleeding ugly. It's gonna.
Okay. What were they doing? Sorting the roof out, or?
Yeah. Some crap to do with the roof. I don't really care. I'm just glad they're taking the scaffolding down. So
that's cool. Like, look, my unrealized profits up to $1,000 again, even though I've taken 254.
Nice. Okay.
Look, total assets. See, when that's $2,500, I'll really be tempted to close it. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you can sort of continue what you're doing, like with the realized profits, just kind of shave you a bit more off each time. And so, like, if the realized profits got to $1,000, and then there's kind of enough in there, even if it's like 20% of the original position, I'd say, just to keep, in case it does want to keep on running. Although, not entirely sure if it will. I
think it's going to struggle when it's.
Was just checking on the 1 minute to see if, actually on the 3 minute even. Just see. Shall I share the screen again just for a sec?
Yeah, please do.
Sure.
I don't know how you're doing for time, but
I'll probably have to finish pretty soon, like in a minute or something.
Okay. I was going to say we are actually only 5 minutes from open, actually.
Oh wow, okay.
Up to you.
Stay on for that probably. So the 12 minute is showing us some nice things. I mean, that retracement level there is a little bit ominous. It's predicting some downward moves. So that's at 70.1, and the overall trends, the EMA trends, are pretty positive, aren't they? I'm not showing the 5 EMA on there, but overall they're heading quite strongly in the right direction.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at now is the actual 12-hour one, because
which one? Bit noisy here now.
Sorry, the 12-hour for the EMAs.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
Because we've almost got across of the 21.55 on that.
Okay.
Which hasn't happened for a long time. And
So, sorry, across of which ones? Because
Sorry.
the 21 and the 55, is it?
Yeah. So I reckon another candle or two, if the price were to continue going up, which I'm not sure if it will do, but
Yeah,
if it was,
it's kind of got past that level there. So,
well, the thing is, on this kind of time frame, quite a big one like that, you could have a pullback to 70k, and they would still cross,
yeah,
but that could be a sign of like a little rally for the next few months, maybe, and then we dump later on in the year. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, if it did, it might bounce off that and then do whatever, or it might probably, don't know. But there's also, so up from there, I guess it'd be this area here potentially as a level, and maybe up to the top of that one, instead. So if it does drop down, there are levels of support down here where it could hit and maybe bounce up again from, but we might have a much better idea in 2 minutes time if
and I keep forgetting as well. What Ozzy's mentioned here is the 80k CME gap is a nice target. That is true.
Yes.
Actually.
It's
quite a long way away, but yeah,
even on 12-hour. Yeah.
Is he referring to the actual Trump coin there, Donald Pump? There's not
coin it. Oh, wow, okay. Could be. I don't know. I mean, 80k would be, because there's also on here, there's that liquidity just there. It could be a similar thing, where it could. I mean, that's slightly above. That's at like 83, but you never know. So it could well see kind of, ranging in among those in that sort of way. Let's see what the 30-minute is saying. 30-minute is overall looking pretty interesting. I think they obviously pull back a note. That's interesting. It's been saying, or it was saying that the market was getting a little bit overbought there, but then we did see a pullback in line with that. But then it recovered, and also the EMAs were very strongly pointing upwards. So generally, the EMAs tend to override the momentum, because these are more kind of, I guess you call them lagging indicators, really. But the EMAs are much, which are also in there as part of Quadzilla, they're much more kind of immediate, reflective of the current price action. So, 150 drops to 1 minute.
That was supposed to be the bell. That was. Sorry.
Market opened in New York.
Yeah. Okay, was going up
a little bit of a pump.
Okay.
On 30-second from here, interesting. Okay. That's nice. But is this going to be a fake out to the upside and then a drop?
I don't know.
Is it doing the opposite of what it's really going to do?
Right. I think it's probably time that I go away and concentrate. And I think what I might do is I might set a partial stop loss and stick it under where it is now, and just keep an eye on it.
There was probably a lot of order volume within what it was doing just then. I imagine. Just off it goes. That there was a struggle going on, just a titanic struggle, I think, with the orders just cancelling each other out, and the price remaining level. And that something kind of one, but it seems like roughly equal, doesn't it, in terms of the market trying to push the price down versus trying to push the price up.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's probably quite a good point to end on. Anyway, things are looking okay for the moment, aren't they? And so yeah.
Why do scaffolding people always talk in such ways? I don't know if you can hear them particularly, but it's always, I don't know, just a particular way of talking. I think it's just like they don't have to lean into the stereotype quite. They don't have to work hard at doing that.
Are they using?
They'll be like, oh yes, I'm waiting for my my Oxford doctorate to come through. I'm eager to see what what my lecturer thought of my dissertation or whatever. Just I don't know. Because one of them at the moment is just going like, yeah, meow, meow. Like that doesn't mean anything to anyone.
I tell you what.
Oh well.
Really,
That's literally what they're saying.
Trying to hear now. I'll tell you what was really funny a little while ago. There was a bunch of guys.
They should be fanatics about geometry, you'd think.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're talking, I can't hear you, by the way.
All right. What at all?
Can I?
What, Amy?
How's your volume doing? Because I don't think I can hear you.
I thought it was all right. I don't know why you can't hear me.
I don't think I can hear you.
I thought it was all right. Oh,
can anyone else hear
yeah,
Save?
It's coming through on the thing, so I don't know. I'll just say goodbye. Right, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm going to change just in case it's me. I'm going to change.
It's you. It's you.
How about now?
Yeah, well, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, testing. Ozzy can hear me.
Ozzy can hear you. So you can hear Save?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
it's just me in that case.
Yeah, it's just you.
Sorry, I'm being disruptive.
It's a Linux thing. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye. Okay. Anyway, so I don't know what's happened to Maff, but he's obviously been deafened by his scaffolding people. So I'm just going to say thank you very much for popping along. We'll see you on Monday. I'll probably do some stuff over the weekend. I'll definitely do some videos and stuff, and we'll take it from there. All right. See you later.